Hello everyone. I welcome you all to UIS. Let's discuss about important topics related to prelims. Question 1. With reference to assisted reproductive technology, consider the following statements. It includes medical procedures used primarily to address infertility. All surrogacy arrangements involve art. The age limit of 50 years for women and 55 years for men prescribed under the Assisted Reproductive Technology (ART) Regulation Act 2021 for undergoing the assisted reproductive technology. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 2 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. B. 1 and 3 only. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is B. Art may also be used in surrogacy arrangements, although not all surrogacy arrangements involve art. This subject involves procedures such as in vitro fertilization, IVF, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, ICSI, cryopreservation of gametes or embryos, and/or the use of fertility medication. When used to address infertility, art may also be referred to as fertility treatment. Art mainly belongs to the field of reproductive endocrinology and infertility. The court passed the directive while disposing of a batch of petitions challenging the age limit of 50 years for women and 55 years for men prescribed under the Assisted Reproductive Technology (ART) Regulation Act 2021 for undergoing the assisted reproductive technology. The ART Act was introduced on 25th January 2022. Question to consider the following statements about Indian football's Vision 2047. 1. Elite, state and district youth leagues to now be the focal point of scouting for a total of 100K registered youth players by 2026. 2 players at district and state levels are to be scouted by clubs and players at the elite level are to be scouted by All India Football Federation (AIFF). 3. A fully functional National Centre of Excellence for men's football to be completed by 2035 and the same to be built for women's football. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. B. 1 only. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is A. Promise National Football Philosophy. What Lakshya 2022 said? The roadmap proposed a national curriculum that would give way to an Indian style of play, a national talent identification plan, and a national youth development program. What Vision 2047 says? The national football philosophy of India would be based on collecting data from scouting, creating a technical curriculum, focusing on coach and player development, and hoping it would translate into a talent pool for the national team. What's new? The focus on collecting data and creating a scouting system, both of which the AIFF says it will be in charge of and will do so by 2026. The overall approach to finding a footballing philosophy though remains the same. Promise Youth Development. What Lakshya 2022 said? The new youth development plan will provide good competition for young boys and girls at all levels. The establishment of elite centers and academies must form the top of the pyramid from which the best talents can be signed by I-League clubs. Question 3. With reference to nickel alloy coatings, recently in news, consider the following statements. This can replace environmentally toxic chrome coatings. The coatings is highly corrosion resistant and useful for the plastic ware industry. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer is C. Chrome coatings have been used in plastic bottling industry to improve the service life of die-casting components. However, chrome plating is a toxic process, and the stringent standard permissible exposure limit (PEL) for toxic hexavalent chromium and all its compounds has to be complied in all chrome plating industrial workplaces. Finding a procedure for adhering to this limit is a challenge for scientists. Scientists at the Center for Engineered Coatings at International Advanced Research Center for Powder Metallurgy and New Materials (RC), an autonomous research and development center of the Department of Science and Technology (DST), Government of India, has developed a lab-scale process to deposit novel nanostructured nickel alloy coatings. The process uses pulsed current electroplating, which is environmentally benign with high production capacity. In contrast to conventional, direct current used for chrome plating. The process consists of environment-friendly electrolyte consisting of nickel and tungsten ions, that is the source of strengthening elemental tungsten, W, and nickel, Ni. The pulsed current is applied between the components to be coated, acting as cathode and non-consumable anode. Question -4. Consider the following statements about. 1. The first ozone hole was discovered in the stratospheric layers over the Antarctic in 1985. 2. Ozone layer allowed harmful ultraviolet (UV) radiation to pass into the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere, troposphere, where humans live. 3. The Kyoto Protocol enforced in 1989 called for a ban on the use and trade of 100 ozone depleting substances, ODs, and 99% of these have been successfully phased out. Which of the following given above is correct? A. 1 and 2 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 3 only. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is A. UV radiation is linked with health hazards such as skin cancer, cataracts and other conditions in the eye and reduced immunity. The Montreal Protocol enforced in 1989 called for a ban on the use and trade of 100 ozone-depleting substances, ODs, and 99% of these have been successfully phased out. If current policies remain in place, the ozone layer is expected to recover to 1980 values before the appearance of the ozone hole by around 2066 over the Antarctic, by 2045 over the Arctic, and by 2040 for the rest of the world. The concentration of most of these substances in the atmosphere peaked in the 1990s and has been on a decline in the decades since the Montreal Protocol was brought into force. In August 2022, the global concentration of ODs reverted to the 1980s level, a major milestone in the ozone layer recovery efforts, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, an American scientific and regulatory agency within the United States Department of Commerce. But, once released, these substances linger in the atmosphere for a long time and continue to deplete the stratospheric ozone layer. Also, the reduction of ODs concentration over the Antarctic has been slow. Thus, it will still take almost 4 decades for the ozone layer to fully recover. Question -5. With reference to blackbuck, consider the following statements. 1. Blackbucks are found only in the Indian subcontinent. 2. The animals are only found across India northern regions. 3. In India, hunting of blackbuck is prohibited under Schedule I of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Which of the following given above is correct? A. 1 and 2 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. B. 1 and 3 only. D. 2 only. Answer is B. A new study from the Indian Institute of Science, IISc, sheds light on how blackbucks in India have fared in the face of natural and human-induced challenges to their survival. The researchers in their work have analyzed the genetic profiles of blackbucks found in India. They found that in spite of immense losses in grassland habitats across India, blackbucks seem to have well adapted to human-altered landscapes, and their numbers are beginning to show an upward trend. Blackbucks are found only in the Indian subcontinent. Males have corkscrew-shaped horns and black to dark brown coats, while the females are fawn-colored. The animals are mainly seen in 3 broad clusters across India's northern, southern, and eastern regions. The antelope is native to and found mainly in India, while it is locally extinct in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Formerly widespread, only small, scattered herds are seen today, largely confined to protected areas. During the 20th century, blackbuck numbers declined sharply due to excessive hunting, deforestation, and habitat degradation. The blackbuck has been introduced in Argentina and the United States. In India, hunting of blackbuck is prohibited under Schedule I of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. The blackbuck has significance in Hinduism. Indian and Nepali villagers do not harm the antelope. Thank you everyone. I hope this session is helpful for you all. Do subscribe UIS channel. Join Unacademy by using code SPLIVE.